guys have a senior prank when you're in high school? Most high schools in America have a senior prank, which is some kind of joke the senior students play before they graduate. And my class had a senior prank, but it was pretty lame. The first time I heard about senior pranks was when I was a sophomore. Now, I'm from New Jersey, and some people know us for some idiotic things like the Jersey Shore, Snooki, Real Housewives, and we're not as bad as Florida, thank God. But the way I learned about senior pranks was honestly, Florida man, newsworthy headline. This school's prank in New Jersey started off as pretty normal. There were some kids who had broken into their school at 3 a.m. and their original idea was to tape hot dogs on all the lockers, which is pretty funny. But as time went on, it got more and more just out of hand. They must have been on something because they started peeing and pooping and doing all this stuff all over their school, and apparently they were blasting music so loud that the police showed up and started arresting people on site. So some of the students tried to run away by locking themselves inside of their own lockers. They got stuck there for quite a while. Overall, 62 kids were arrested for poop, putting petroleum jelly all over their school. I mean, bruh. That's how that little episode made the New Jersey papers. Anyway, that's how I heard about senior pranks. Our senior prank, we also had a senior prank like I mentioned, but compared to that prank, ours was a total failure. We had a lot of different plans, so if anyone needs a senior prank idea, just reach out. I got a lot of ideas, hit me up. Really, we're just trying to annoy our teachers. Pretty much the point of like any good prank. Our plan was that we were going to get all of our phones in our grades, set an alarm for exactly 1:30, lock the phones in our lockers so that no one would be able to turn off the deafening noise. At least that's what we thought in our head. I don't know what we were thinking or like what would happen, but what really ended up happening was nothing. Because none of these darn millennials could give up their cell phone for a couple of minutes. But it wasn't really our fault, because actually in our school, our class has to confirm every year. We have to confirm our senior pranks with our vice principal. Like, this dude is ex-Marine, drill sergeant type of guy, and he was not gonna let his boy, Dr. Myron, our principal, get dunked on by the student body. No. The reason we had to confirm our senior prank with the vice principal was because 4 years prior, there was a prank that went very, very, very wrong, involving our vice principal. This group of seniors decided to launch a silly string attack in our cafeteria. And they walked in like... Remember, no rushing. When it was lunchtime, they all stormed the cafeteria with their canisters of silly string and ambushed all of the students, the freshmen, the poor lunch ladies. And while they were causing all this havoc, the vice principal, he decides it's a good idea, of course, to rush in and start yelling, just adding to the chaos. And a kid runs up and just sprays him in the face with silly string. But what we didn't know was that the vice principal actually had a latex allergy, and his face started swelling up like a balloon or like a burning marshmallow. It was pretty unfortunate that happened, since now we have the ugliest vice principal I've ever seen. Just kidding, he was fine, but ever since then, our senior pranks have not been.
Old people burning, put your hands up. Old people burning, people burning. That's kind of messed up.